The tools are these ones. The first one is a simple eye patch like this. So we can put this on first on an eye. As you can note, I put this on my nose, so this way we have an empty space, and in some way I can see something with my peripheral vision, and then we will work on the other eye, covering the other eye, and letting, of course, the other eye discover, and then finally we work with the two eyes together. So we have a good collaboration between the two eyes. So this is the first tool. It's simple to have. And then another tool will be the balls. We have 3 balls. So we will play with the simple, very, very simple juggling meditations, something like this. And with our eyes will follow the ball from one hand to the other hand. Of course, it will be always more complex with 2 balls. And why not? Even with the 3 balls. And this is very good in order to move our eyes and our mind and to shift the attention from one ball to the other. And this is very, very important for our eyesight and vision, because the first important thing if we want to improve our vision is the relaxation. And our eyes are really relaxed only when they can move. It is a paradox. It might seem strange, but the eyes are really at rest just when they can move. And we have to change our habits and our way of using our eyes, and not seeing anymore in a rigid way and staring, but it is so important to move our eyes and shift our attention and things like this. And then another important thing is, of course, centralization. And it is a concept so important in natural vision. We will talk about this. And in order to centralize, it is so important to move our eyes. But it is so a complex thing, and the most essential important thing if we want to really improve our eyes, that I will talk about this, and we will work on this in the seminar. And the last important thing, of course, is memory and imagination. When we work on our eyesight, we are working at the same time on our memory, so we can improve our memory, our capacity and ability to visualize, and our imagination too. And my own approach is to integrate the Tao philosophy and Taiji and the Qigong exercises and practices with Bates method. And I have improved my own eyesight. I have hyperopia. Uh, and at the moment my eyesight is not perfect, but I have improved a lot to diopters and even more from my left eye. And so just in order to uh, find a good balance between the two eyes, another tool very important for our seminar will be this simple hat. You can see this hat with a thin, um, with this very thin, I don't know the name in English of this. You can see I look a little bit weird, maybe, but in this way, when we put on this chat, it is so simple to build by yourself. You see in front, you can put this simple thin cane. Cane is the appropriate name, a thin cane, just in front of your nose. And so and in this way, we can move in this way, and we can play with the balls. We can have a walk in this way. And so we have an apparent double cane um, that if you don't have a problem of strabismus or amblyopia, it will appear two thin canes in front of you. It's an illusion, of course. We have just one, but this is very important in order to make the two eyes and the two hemispheres collaborate together, both together. And we will practice Qigong and Taiji in this way too. And this is my own elaboration because I um, have, I had, and I have just a little problem when I was born with amblyopia, but now I don't have anymore. I can easily see these two canes in front of me. And so there are so simple uh, tools in order to improve our collaboration between the two eyes, and this is so important. This is important too because we oblige in some way and we invite, better to say, we invite to work with an eye in an independent way, and then with the other eye, and then they both together. So another thing that mm, you need to have in 7 days, the January 29th, is a pointer like this. You can see this one. And so with this pointer, you can can use your eye chart like this. You can of course hang on your wall this one, and with the pointer you can point out the letters, and we can have a lot of very nice games, visual games and meditations with the letters. And the fantastic thing is that from time to time, you may have a clear flash. From time to time, in a fraction of second, a letter will appear like a magic thing. And this is so amazing when it happens to you for the first time. And if you continuously work and play with the visual games and meditations, it will happen more and more this clear flash. And so you need also something like this. You can find it, this um, eye chart, like this one, with the letters and smaller and smaller letters. You can find and upload this one from many websites. For example, this is from Esther van der Joy, a fantastic visual educator from Netherlands, but she lives now in USA, and you can upload this one, and they will be very useful. And of course, we will use also many creative ways. For example, we will use Qigong exercises. We will use all the human bodies with exercises like this one. And for example, we breathe in and open to the sky and breathe out, feeling the earth below us, moving very kindly, very gently, and breathing deeply and rooting and finding your roots and letting everything go. And we take all the energy in, breathe in, and breathe out, and let everything go, every tension go away, and breathe in and breathe out, and let's say, ha ha ha. Laughing is, of course, another important thing if we want to really improve our eyesight, and we want to expand our vision. Because the important thing that we have to know is that we don't really see with just with our eyes. According to Dr. Bates, he said to us so many years ago, 100 years ago, that we see just 10% with by our eyes, and 90% with our mind. And so he found that um, the most important problem with our eyes, the root of our problems, of most of our eyesight problems, is the mental tension, the effort that we put when we see. So everything that can relax our mind, body, and it is good for our vision, for improving our vision. So I propose Taiji and Qigong and Tao philosophy. You can see on my t-shirt the word Tao and the character, the Chinese character for Tao. You can see the energy from the sky, a man that moves himself, herself on the water course way, finding her own path of life. So Tao philosophy essentially is so important because invites all, all of us to move effortlessly, with the following the way of uh, least resistance. And so in our society, instead, in the opposite way, we are all invited to the effort. But Bates method, Taiji, and Qigong doesn't work, don't work in this way, but work with joy, um, and moving effortlessly. So I hope I told you a lot of things, the essential things that you need. But the first thing that you need is to uh, sending us an email to info chiocciola, in Italian we say chiocciola, danzataigi.it. And so you will find this information in the flyer that I will put on the Facebook. Um, we have our Facebook page, Il Tao della Visione Naturale, the Tao of Natural Vision, and so then we have a website, www.danzataigi.it. And so I mixed a little bit of Italian and English, but as I said before, I want to just communicate with you my joy of the possibility to improve our vision and most of all to see life. We don't want just improve to improve our eyesight, but we want to open to life and see and feel life. So if you want to join us, you are welcome. And I say bye bye to you. And in Chinese, 再见. It means, in Italian, we say arrivederci. See you again. Bye bye, 再见.